Alright, so we're back to try and look through the rest of this massive lot of cards. Here's what's left. There's a couple boxes there, this one, and those boxes. In the first two parts, so this is part 3. In the first part, we found this kind of stuff. So I've taken out these cards here. If you've watched the previous parts, you've seen these, but this is kind of the highlights. These are the cards that are worth about a dollar or more. There's a pretty decent amount of stuff. And then off camera, I looked through some more just to try and you know, speed up the process of getting through this. So I found some more decent things here. Some okay cards. Did you know this card is $5? That's US dollars. It's like 28 Canadian dollars or something. But yeah, some decent stuff. So once again, if you haven't seen the first part, so basically this is a lot of about, like, I want to say 40,000 cards. I didn't count all the cards, but there's a lot that I purchased locally from someone at my LGS, actually. It's all bulk commons and uncommons, but we've been finding some cool stuff in here. It cost 120 Canadian dollars, so I'm happy with the price. Oh yeah, and also, those are the things that are like $1 or more, but I pulled out also these two big stacks of things that are not nothing. Like, these cards have value as well. So basically the idea with this is that I'll just take out anything that's relevant and buy list it. And it's also a lot of fun to look through. So we're going to look through some of these cards now. I'm going to try and finish it off. There's still a lot to look through. I'm going to grab the rest of this box here. What is this? It's a... what is that? Some kind of vacuum? I think it's a vacuum. Or a fan. It's like a shop fan or something. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Anyway, we'll look through these and hopefully find some more cool stuff. So, I don't know how long this video is going to be. As I said, I'm going to try and get through the rest of it. So, I might have to speed up quite a lot of it, but let's start looking. So, here's some brand new stuff. Thunder Junction there. There are some good cards in this set, and commons and uncommons, I believe. Like, this is probably worth holding on to. Magebane Lizard is a good hate card for, you know, like a sideboard kind of standard card. Well, some viewers have this is an okay common. Some viewers pointed out cards that I missed in the first two videos. Like, apparently there was a Pick the Poison that I went by. A Psychotrope Thallid, that's actually a pretty big one. What else? Something from Theros, some kind of equipment, I forget what it's called. I think Adventurer's Gear or something. I don't know, another equipment from Zendikar, but I'll get those eventually. I put those cards back in the boxes, and I'm not about to go look through, I don't know, like 20,000 cards or whatever to find a few uncommons, but I will eventually look through it again, and I'll have those in mind, so I'll find those cards. But if you see things like that I miss, feel free to point them out in the comments. I actually have a list of cards that I wrote down of ones that I need to look for once I go through it again. We have some Kaldheim. So in Kaldheim, what am I looking for? Masked Vandal. There's a 3-mana red card. This was okay, actually, Starheim Corsair, but not quite good enough to pick out, I think. There's a red card that makes treasure. Any snowlands. I don't expect to find any snowlands, though. Seize the Spoils, that's the red card I was referring to. Some Zendikar Rising stuff. See, when I start a video looking through it, I'm looking at each card pretty closely. I feel like I get most of the things, but as time goes on, there's just so many cards to look through that I kind of start just glazing by a lot of things. There's things like this, like I'll take Marauding Blight Priest out. It's not a lot, but it has a good effect. There's another one. You know, you can buy list it. I believe I might actually play that in one of my commander decks, or I used to. I used to have a Dina Soul Steeper deck, and that was in it. I eventually turned that deck into a Bilbo deck. The Bilbo where you want to get 111 life, which I've never actually done. Nature's Claim is a pretty good common to find. Here's a Meltdown. This actually was good. I mean, it's still a good card, but it just got reprinted in Modern Horizons 3, so now it's in Modern, but I think this was a semi-valuable uncommon. Kind of cool to find the original version of it, though. A Gleeful Demolition. It's pretty cool to find in there. I usually... Is this a card I think it is? Yeah, I usually hold on to this card as well, Cacophony's Camp. It's a pretty good effect when it dies. It deals damage equal to its power to anything, so something like that could have potential in the future. Another Gleeful Demolition, nice. Actually, I did hold on to this one when opening this product, but I'm not sure if this card is ever going to get there. Like, it would be a good, potentially a good standard card, but I'm not. Things are so powerful. Like, I'm not sure if it's going to be good enough to make its way into a, main deck standard. This is a card that I'm surprised has never done anything. Secrets of the Dead. When you cast a spell from your graveyard, draw a card. There's so much, like, flashback has come back so many times and things like that, that you'd think this might have done something by now, but I guess not. I'm still going to take it out anyway. I'll probably hold on to it. A nice Rouge's Passage for all you WoW players. It's actually been a decent amount of stuff in this box so far. There's still a lot to go through in here. It's kind of promising. Definitely much better than the part 2 video. I looked through a lot more of the cards and found in total like $20 worth of cards that were $1 or more. Duskmantle Guildmage I think is alright actually. One of the better guild mages. Probably for the first ability there. Look at all these burn spells. Thunderous Wrath, Searing Blood, Magma Jet, Roast. Must have been part of a deck or something. There's some okay cards from Phyrexia, Kangaroo Bloom, Unnatural Restoration, and Infectious Bite. I believe those are all buy listable. Phyrexia, actually, Phyrexia All Will Be One is a really good set for decent uncommons like that. And another Diabolic Tutor finally. Check out the curl on this one, just because it's from Conspiracy 2. I don't know why, but The Spheres to Do cards just do that. Hey, Sheoldred's Edict, nice. A good uncommon there. A Druid class. I was saying before that I like finding kind of the newer cards actually, because there tends to be a lot more good commons and uncommons in those. This card was so hyped when it came out, Minor Misstep. This was the best uncommon in the set for a while, probably for like a week or something, but I believe it's done nothing. It's cool because it's similar to Mental Misstep, but outside of that, not much, I guess. Alright, we've finished looking through this box. The one with the shop vac or whatever, the shop fan. Ideal for drying kitchen and bathroom floors. Alright. I think I'm gonna put these cards back in there. This is what was in it, and then I'll grab one of those other boxes and we'll start looking through that. Found a lot of good stuff in that though. I'm kind of surprised. Pretty happy with that. Alright, now I'll grab this smaller box right here, this Amazon box. We'll look through that. Check this out, we found the Wall of Omens and the clock that goes on it. I always feel like Needle Bite Trap should be better than it is. Yeah, it says 7 mana there, but if opponent gained life, you can pay just a black. They lose 5 and you gain 5. That's just a 10-point life swing for 1 mana. For that reason, I'll hold on to it because I like it. Dispatch. Here's a pretty good uncommon. This one's kind of beat up though. There's a bunch of off-center cards from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms here, but I was just thinking when I saw these that this set is particularly good for finding decent commons and uncommons, and there was those cards right there. Those are all worth taking out. So that's kind of cool to find. Alright, done with this Amazon box here. Not a whole lot in that one. Let's see. And some Suture Priests. Kind of the best cards are probably going to be those Adventures in the Forgotten Realms ones. But there was, you know, there was some stuff in there, obviously. So we'll fill this back up into this box and then do this one, I guess. Square one. Alright, this box now. There's probably a commander deck set or something in it. Yeah. I wonder what set it was. I've had, I think, at least a couple of people ask me to sign this card. It's kind of a fun thing that people like to do, is get people to sign in their autograph book. Okay, so in that box, there was almost nothing. It's this tiny pile of stuff. Is there anything that's even like $1 or more? Possibly not. Maybe this? Golgari Charm is probably okay, but yeah, not much in that box. So we'll put this back in there, and there's 2 boxes left to go. Alright, I took a short break to eat some lunch, but we're back now. I'm gonna go through this box. This one's interesting. We got some bundle boxes in here. Just the bottom part, though. I guess the person that I bought this from wanted to keep the top part. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Anyway, let's start going through these. Maybe we'll find something cool. I did look through a couple of these already, the bundle boxes, and I did find a decent amount of good stuff in them, so kind of high hopes for these. I think a lot of them are going to be uncommons, which is generally good. This was a pretty big uncommon for a little bit, and then it got reprinted at common in Double Masters 2. It's still alright though, it's worth taking out. I like this card quite a bit actually, Invasion of Zendikar. It's an uncommon that has value, but I play it in multiple of my commander decks. I think it's quite good, because you know, the going rate usually for getting 2 basic lands out of your deck is 4 mana, and that's what this does. But then you can also flip this over and wrap yourself even more. Cool. I don't think I've ever seen this token, this tentacle. That's neat. I think this card is pretty good. Fire Inscription. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it does 2 damage to each opponent. That's one that definitely seems like it would have potential in the future, so I hold on to those when I find them. A couple of okay cards there. Migration Path and Demolition Field. This one's kind of dinging it though. Nice Stern Scolding. I remember this was a hyped up counterspell. It's pretty good, so it's definitely worth holding on to. This hasn't really held value like it initially had. Yeah, the first bundle box was pretty decent. There's 7 more in here. Hopefully they're all just as good. So that one at first seemed like there was not going to be much, but then kind of the newer cards came in to save the day, it seems. So some alright stuff here, these kinds of things. Still not a whole lot, but there were some good cards in there. Let's move on to this next bundle box. Right away, I see in a Johnny's Welcome. That's a good uncommon. And also a Thran Power Suit. That's cool. Underworld Dreams, still good. That's kind of cool. Promo migration path. That one had a little bit in it. Some okay stuff there. Next one. This one has a... looks like probably some either Conspiracy 2 or Kaladesh cards in it. We'll see what those are. It looks like Iconic Masters. Okay. Yeah, Marchisa's Decree. Nice. This one's nice and curled. Holy crap. I think this is a rare... I'm pretty sure I play this in my every lose condition deck, the Kenrith one. Yeah, I play that in that deck. Some nice and curly cards coming up here. What are they going to be from? It looks like Conspiracy. Hey, if you have a infinite mana, this can be a win con. It's kind of cool. A Legends card, Zephyr Falcon. You could open that in a pack of Dominaria Remastered, or United. That's funny. Yeah, Conspiracy 2. Nice. Can I flip it? Oh. Yeah, explosive vegetation, sure. I'm gonna have to find a way to uncurl those ones. I don't think I can buy list that as is. Hey, it's like the black version of Force of Will. Pay a life and remove a black card in your hand from the game. Except that one has a cat on it. Alright, some nice and curly cards there from that box. Let's go on to the next one. I usually hold on to this card as well, Calamity's Wake. It's pretty good. Exile graveyard. Players can't cast non-creature spells this turn. Seems like a good sideboard card to me. Ghost Quarter is good. There's one from Mystery Booster, I think. Found a few alright cards from Strixhaven here. Go Blank, Secret Rendezvous, this kind of stuff. It's alright. Hey, I found the Search the City. There it is. I was talking with the person I bought this from, and apparently this was in here, and there it is. I feel like this card has potential if, like, the right thing to go with it gets printed in the future. Because 5 counters is a lot. You can remove 5 counters from anything. The only thing is it's 3 mana at sorcery speed, but still. I noticed that Thrall Parasite was worth something, and I was trying to figure out why, but is it because it works well with sagas, maybe? That could be cool, because, like, if you don't want your saga to go away, you can just keep on removing a counter from it and have the same mode keep on triggering each turn. Found yet another demolition field. There's been quite a few of those. There's a Sylvan Scrying as well. Alright, next bundle box. There are 3 of these left now. Here's a rare conspiracy. Yeah, this one didn't really have a whole lot in it either. So on to this second last bundle box. Looks like more, yep, more conspiracy stuff. No, okay. I think pretty much all of the archetype cards here are good, the whole cycle. There's another rare, the Drana's Chosen. Found that one too. That was another one that they planted in there, apparently. And that one, no, nothing really. There was the archetype. That's about it. But there's this last bundle box here. I don't remember if Touch the Spirit Realm was still good, but it was for a little bit, so taking that out. Kind of our stand here. This one's probably still pretty good. It's a couple of okay cards, things like this. Just want to say though, this box in particular, seemingly every other card is facing a different direction than every other card. And it's very tedious to go through. Bushwhack is good. It's always satisfying when I find a Bushwhack, because that's one that I made a video about, saying like, hey, this card seems pretty good, and apparently it is. I usually hold on to any shrines I find, because every time new shrines get printed, all the old ones become desirable again. This guy's good. Alright, we made it through that last bundle box. That was very tedious to go through, but some okay stuff. 3/7 Scrying's there. Reckless Rage. Bushwhack. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so just one last box to look through. My mat is kind of disgusting right now, but just these ones. I've already looked through a lot of the stuff in this box, but there's some stuff there left to go through. I think there was like two levels of cards in this originally, but I went through a bunch of it, and here's what's left. So this is the last of it. There's still quite a bit though, so it's gonna take a while once again. It's kind of funny that Chupacabra Echo is, like, Ravenous Chupacabra is actually worth something, but Chupacabra Echo is a lot of times better. Well, it's not better, but it can be better, but it's just interesting to see how they're the same, but not. I just realized the box that this stuff came in. It's a beef chili box. Just thought you should know. There's one foil under Dark Basilisk, sure. I'm surprised to see that's the first monument I found in the whole lot. The one out of that cycle, just that one Hazard's monument. And also, zero hash epilaces. Out of all these cards. It's kind of crazy. Incredible. A second foil card. Here's a Spelunking, that's a good one. And also, found this Ramanap Ruins, finding all the cards from this cycle. Except for Heshit. Actually, I'm not sure if I found the black one yet either. If near Deadlands. This is a good common, by the way, Tectonic Hazard. It's basically End the Festivities. That was a card from Crimson Vow, a common. That's like a couple bucks or something. And this is exactly the same thing, except slightly worse, because that one hit Planeswalkers as well. This one doesn't, but it's very similar. Look at this, 2 foils in a row. That makes 4 total. We're drowning in foils now. There's a pretty good one. Slip out the back from New Capenna. Haven't found a whole lot of New Capenna in this whole lot, actually. Yeah, Ren's Resolve. First one of those I found. Haven't found any of the other card that does the exact same thing. I forget what it's called. Reckless Impulse. Yeah, Rat Colony. Dang. I was wondering if there'd be any of these in here. And, there's one. To play with fire here. It's played, unfortunately, but there it is. There's a big score. First one of those I've seen in a little while. Found a few of them at the beginning. These lines are all worth holding on to now. Like, you can buy list them. Okay, just one row left there in this box, and that is everything. That's it. Then I'm gonna have to look through the stuff I've pulled out and add some stuff up. So, Bushwhack, Go for the Throat, Thran Power Suit, and Demolition Field. I found a bunch of each of those. There we go. Thran Power Suit and Demolition Field. Alright, that is the last of it. Grab these few cards. That took a long time. Knock the crap out of my camera there. Let me readjust. There we go. What's in here? Nothing. Okay. We did it. Got through all of those cards. So, here's what I've pulled out for this part. Quite a lot, actually. Wow. So I got these 3 piles, these. So what I'm gonna do now is go through these. I'll scan some stuff up and try and pick out all the cards that are worth around $1 or more. I'll add up those, and then I'll add them together with these, which are from part 1 and 2. These are the cards that are worth around $1 or more. And we'll get kind of a grand total, the whole collection, and finish the saga of the massive lot of cards. I'm gonna go do that now. Okay, we're back for the epic conclusion. So here, I've laid out the things that I scanned up, and they come to around $1 or more US by TCG Player mid-pricing. We've got the best stuff up top there. So this Meltdown actually, once again, it did just get reprinted, but this version of it, if it was in near mint condition, would be around $8, but this one's not near mint. Still cool to find that though. Play with Fire's good. A couple more Marchesa's Decrees. These ones are going to need some uncurling before I can really do much with them. Found 1 Rat Colony, another Spelunking, a couple of Sheolder's Edicts, Johnny's Welcome. Some of these kinds of things, a playset of Suture Priest, Dispatch, Tyvar's Stand, and then down here, this is just more good stuff that I found. Lots of good repetition. Like a playset of Go for the Throat, Demolition Field, Audacity. Lots of cool things like that. Lots of Sylvan Scrying. Some of these, Invasion of Zendikar, I like that card. Druid Class, Golgari Charm. These, they're all good cards. Once again, there's nothing huge in this, but the idea is just to find decent stuff that all kind of adds up. It was cool to find this. I played that in one of my decks. So this is all just from this part here, part 3 that I filmed. So this stuff that I scanned up, stuff that comes up to around $1 or more, it comes up to about $140 US. So then you combine that with the stuff from part 1, which was around 100, and part 2, which was around 20. So that comes up to what, $260 US-ish for this. But then, there is also all this other stuff that I pulled out as well that's less than $1, but these kinds of things, they can be buy listed for, like a quarter to 75 cents each, things like that, and there's quite a lot of it here. So that's basically what I'm going to do with pretty much all of this, is just buy list it, because unless you have a store, to try and sell each of these cards individually is kind of insane. It's just not worth the time. But if you can just submit like one big buy list and send this all off, then it is worth it. And then, as I said before, there's still the like 40,000 cards or whatever of bulk left over, and bulk, it's not a lot, but it's not worthless. But kind of the main thing with these videos is it's just fun to look through them. Like the 3 videos worth of content for this, and it was a lot of fun to look through. A lot of you say that you enjoy watching these as well. These are very long videos, so they're ones that are good to just put on in the background while you work or hang out. So I hope you've enjoyed watching along. I'm sure there are more things that I missed. If there are cards that I missed, just let me know in the comments, and I'll add those to the list of ones to look for when I eventually go back through these cards again. But anyway though, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. It'd be cool if you can like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. I'd encourage everyone to come join my Discord server. You can find a link to that in the video description below. And in the video description, you can also find a link to my store, the Snug and Dave store, where we sell custom playmats and tokens, and we ship worldwide. Also, I'd just like to take a moment to thank all the patrons that support me on Patreon. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.